You wanna know what's wild? Right now, somewhere on TikTok, Twitter, or sorry, it's X, someone is preaching the gospel. Post exactly at 3 p.m. on Tuesdays, sprinkle in 7 hashtags, hook them in the first 3 seconds, and boom! The algorithm will shower you with views, likes, and that sweet, sweet virality. And here's what's even wilder. I have no clue if that's true. They probably don't either. And the kicker, the folks at YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, they don't fully know if it's true either, because their own systems have grown beyond complete human comprehension. Welcome to the digital cargo cult, where we're all dancing for gods made of code. What is a cargo cult? Let's time travel back to World War II. Allied forces, mostly Americans, dropped into remote Pacific islands, building bases out of nowhere. The local islanders, who had never seen anything like it, watched in awe as soldiers performed these bizarre rituals, barking orders into metal boxes, waving glowing sticks on flat strips of land, constructing tall wooden towers and lighting signal fires at precise moments. Then, like magic, massive metal birds would roar down from the sky, unloading crates of food, medicine, clothing, and wonders beyond the imagination. Wealth from the heavens. But the war's end. The soldiers pack up and vanished. The skies went quiet. No more cargo. The islanders, desperate to summon back the bounty, did what any rational observer might. They mimicked the rituals. They carved headphones from coconut shells and wood. They built airstrips from bamboo and palm fronds. They waved landing signals at empty horizons, chanting into fake radios, hoping the gods would notice and send the planes again. They nailed the form, the outward appearance. They missed the function, the invisible web of global logistics, radio frequencies, and wartime supply chains that made it all work. Sound familiar? Think about your last post. You upload it, then immediately start your own sacred routine, refreshing the app every 30 seconds, replying to the first comment like it's a lifeline, tweaking the thumbnail for that perfect vibe, adding one more hashtag just in case. Maybe you'll even whisper a little prayer. Please, algorithm, let this one be the one that hits. We're all out here building digital bamboo towers, waving at invisible skies, convinced our rituals will bring the cargo and engagement crashing down. The black box problem. Now, here's the elephant in the server room that nobody wants to acknowledge. We don't actually know how these algorithms work. Not really, not deeply. Sure, you'll find endless videos titled How the YouTube Algorithm Really Works, 2025 Update, or TikTok CEO Hacks that guarantee virility. They are online courses, masterclasses, growth gurus, and slick PDFs and premium newsletters. They sound so authoritative, backed by data and tests. But peel back the curtain. Modern algorithms are colossal machine learning beasts, forged from billions, sometimes trillions of parameters, fed on petabytes of user data. They are not static code, they're living, evolving entities. Train them on enough interactions and they spout emergent behaviors, patterns or decisions that surprise even their creators. Tweak one lever and a cascade of unintended consequences ripples through the system. It's always adapting, always optimizing, and always opaque. This is the true black box. You feed in content, input, and you get views or silence, output. But the alchemy in between, shrouded in mystery. Even platform engineers admit they can't predict every outcome. Google's own AI researchers have published papers on how these systems develop uninterpretable decision making. And it gets messier. Platforms actively meddle with the data we're analyzing. I've seen it firsthand. Comments vanishing without explanations, like counts fluctuating wildly, view metrics recalibrating overnight, creators swap stories of shadow tweaks, and visible adjustments to throttle or boost content based on hidden policies. So we're reverse engineering a phantom using rigged dice to decode a puzzle that baffles its own architects. Then we turn around and proclaim certainties. Engagement boosts reach, or does it bump you in the, or does it bury you in the For You feed? Avoid politics or dodge suppression, or lean into that controversy bump. We've built towering mythologies from scraps of incomplete manipulated data, pattern matching our way to digital folklore. We're not data scientists running controlled experiments. We're ancient stargazers connecting dots in the night sky, inventing constellations and calling them divine will. The ego's need for control. So, why persist with these rituals when deep down we suspect they're futile? Why chase the mirage? Simple, the alternative is psychological freefall. Your ego, speaking psychologically, not pejoratively, craves control. It needs to believe that success isn't random chaos but the fruit of your own savvy choices. Your insider hacks, your mastery over the machine. Admit you're just a speck in a vast and different system. That's ego death. Those algorithm crackers aren't peddling facts. They're hawking illusion. For $97 a month, get the proven formula that turns uncertainty into a roadmap. We lap it up because true ambiguity, uploading into the void and waiting, is intolerable. It's like staring into an abyss of existential dread. Dive into your analytics dashboard, and it's not just numbers you're after, it's validation that the world makes sense. Effort equals reward. Ritual equals results. You're not helpless, you're enlightened. That's why algorithm theories become personal religions. Challenge someone's hack, and it's not just their strategy under fire, it's their identity. They've built a persona as the growth whisperer, the one who's tamed the beast. Admitting ignorance, that shatters the facade. In a world where algorithms dictate livelihoods, from creators to marketers to everyday posters, these rituals are our emotional armor. They're not dumb, they're survival tools against the terror of powerlessness. The anti-cult irony. So let's zoom in on a meta layer. The creators who expose this very madness. The anti-cult warriors, podcasters dissecting manipulation tactics, YouTubers breaking down cult psychology, digital ethicists railing against exploitative systems. They're the woke ones, right? They're the ones piercing the veil. Or are they? Watch closely. These enlighteners often forge deep parasocial bonds where fans feel like confidants. They christen their communities with catchy names, the Truth Seekers or Algo Rebels, creating in-groups with shared lingo and memes, while subtly othering outsiders. Their videos deploy the same hooks, emotional arcs, shocking reveals, nail-biting cliffhangers, comment sections, curated echo chambers, where praise flows and criticism gets shadow moderated, all with the wink of plausible deniability. Then, after eviscerating how gurus exploit followers, they pivot. If this reasoned, smash that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, subscribe for more truths, and share this far and wide. Boom, they've evoked the ritual, the same ones that they've just critiqued. This irony isn't accidental, it's fractional. Critique becomes content, awareness becomes brand, and the algorithm doesn't discriminate. It rewards engagement. Oh, the script is falling into its own trap, its own logical fallacies. Whether it's blind faith or ironic deconstruction, even the act of calling out the cult reinforces the cult dynamics. That part's fucking true, though. The social element, not the digital element. Some rationalize it. Gotta play the game to spread the message. Others ignore the hypocrisy to preserve authority. Either way, it's a beautiful absurdity. Enlightenment loops back into illusion layer upon layer like a digital Mandelbrot set. The shadow ban paradox. Enter the boogeyman of modern content creation, the shadow ban, the invisible hand allegedly throttling your reach without warning. Theories abound, each with fervent apostles. One camp swears low engagement signals dead content, triggering algorithmic burial. Another insists that any buzz, including hate comments, fuels the fire of visibility. Some warn that explosive growth flags you as spam, inviting penalties. Others cheer it as a reward, the system crowning you as a rising star. These can't coexist logically, yet each feels empirically true to its believers, drawn from personal experiments in the wild. Reality check. What's unfolding is classic superposition formation. It's a noisy, multivariate system where variables like global trends, user moods, platform experiments, and random variants collide. Outcomes fluctuate wildly. We retrofit stories to explain them later. A video flops must be the thumbnail's fault for that, or that taboo word, or posting about Mercury retrograde. It explodes. Credit the new CEO trick or the algorithm's benevolence. Humans are wired for this. Pattern detectors extraordinaire, spinning causality from correlation. An athlete eats banana before a win, now it's a lucky charm. A creator swaps titles midweek and sees a spike. Voila, a proven strategy. Shadow bans aren't always malice. They're often illusions born from our own need to narrate chaos, but the paradox, believing in them, drives more rituals, feeding the very systems we fear. All these loops upon loops. I am a strange loop. Expanding the cult AI and the future of rituals. We've covered the basics, but let's expand. Enter AI, the new high priest in the cargo cult temple. Platforms aren't just black boxes anymore. They're AI augmented enigmas. By 2025, systems like YouTube's use generative AI to personalize feeds in real time, predicting not just what you'll watch, but how you feel about it. TikTok's For You page, powered by models that evolve hourly based on global behaviors. This amps up the opacity. AI doesn't just follow rules, it invents them on the fly. Creators now chase AI-specific hacks, use trending audio with a twist, or incorporate AI-generated thumbnails for that uncanny edge. But guess what? The AI learns from our chases, adapting to evade patterns, turning the hunt into an endless loop. All those loops. And it's not just the video platforms. LinkedIn's algorithm favors thought leadership posts that mimic corporate speech. Instagram Reels rewards micro trends that burn out in days. Even search engines like Google integrate AI summaries burying original content under synthesized insights. The cult expands. We're not just ritualizing for algorithms, we're appeasing AI overlords that mimic human creativity while outpacing our own understanding. What happens when AI starts generating content en masse? Or our rituals include prompting AIs to promote us? The lines blur and the bamboo towers get taller. The uncomfortable truth. So where does this leave us? What's the escape hatch? The truth bomb, there isn't one. Not really, I don't know, and neither does the next expert. We're embodied in ecosystems too complex, too mutable, too veiled for mastery. Platforms taper with the signals we study, algorithms self-evolve beyond blueprints, our psyches fabricate control to starve off despair. Yet awareness matters, sort of. It doesn't exempt you from the game, opting out means obscurity, but it lets you play with eyes wide open. It's a prisoner's dilemma on steroids. Everybody knows the rituals are absurd, but stopping unilaterally means losing. Solutions cultivate humility. Treat theories as a hypothesis, not holy writ. Experiment lightly. Detach from outcomes. Diversify. Build email lists, communities off platforms to hedge against algorithmic whims, or lean into the absurdity. Turn rituals into performance art. Engage not for gods, but for genuine connection. Post because it sparks joy, not metrics. The cargo cult endures because it's human nature, but maybe, just maybe, we can evolve it from blind faith to mindful play. I have no idea if this video or Sora sync, if the algorithms will anoint it or ignore it, if your like, comment, or share will summon any views or summon nothing. But here's what I do know. If this sparked a thought, maybe made you nod, or even disagree vehemently, tell me. Not to game the system, although it might, but because the ritual that transcends code, human to human, sharing in the mystery. The cult rolls on. The real question, can we dance in it without losing ourselves? I'm still figuring that out. Thanks for watching. This has been Sage DeForest, signing out.